Good morning! So for today's video is we will going to discuss the code of ethics for professional teachers, his or her person, profession, and business. So the learning outcome of this is we will going to explain how a professional teacher should conduct himself or herself as a person in the teaching profession and in business. In the teacher and the profession, after discussing how a professional teacher relates with primary stakeholders or what we call the learners, with secondary stakeholders or the parents, with external stakeholders such as the state of the community and other internal stakeholders such as the teaching community and school officials or the higher authorities. Let us know see how a professional teacher should conduct himself or herself as a person in the teaching profession and business. Ano nga ba yung kailangan natin sa pagtuturo? Of course, hindi lang tayo basta't magtuturo lang, right? So the first thing that we must know about teaching as a profession is that ang pagtuturo is about inspiring and motivating students to realize and exceed their potentials. Sila yung nag-inspire sa students not just by teaching a subject, but by sharing bond, exchanging thoughts, and building upon them. And we all know that teaching is the noblest among all the professions since professionals underwent educations with a teacher. Bale, ito yung parent of all professions. Thank you.
Article 4, the teacher and the profession. Section 1. Every teacher shall actively help ensure that teaching is the noblest profession and shall manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in teaching as noble calling. As we all know, teaching is the noblest among all the professions since all professionals underwent education with a teacher. It is the parent of all professions. Real teachers teach us everything. Section 2. Every teacher shall uphold the highest possible standards of quality education, shall make the best preparation for the career of teaching, and shall be at his best at all times in the practice of his professions. The teacher should give their best to meet their high standards that they are aiming in order for them to teach their students well and confident. Section 3. Every teacher shall participate in the Continuing Professional Education or CPE program of the Professional Regulation Commission and shall pursue such other studies as will improve his efficiency, enhance the prestige of the profession, and strengthen his competence, virtues, and productivity in order to be nationally and internationally competitive. As a professional teacher, you need to undergo CPE or continuing professional education in order for you to become the better version of yourself and to meet your standards in your chosen field. It is also your preparation to be PhD or Doctor of Philosophy and MAED or Master of Arts in Education.
Section 4. Every teacher shall help, if duly authorized, to seek support for the school, but shall not make improper mispresentations through personal advertisement and other questionable means. When you are a teacher at your school and ask for help, it should be right, and most of all, you are not doing anything wrong. So, as a student, we should first identify ourselves. Why? Because we also have our own opponent. So, you should know better what is right and wrong because you are not an adult, you are not just a student, but you are a future teacher educator. We should not damage our reputation through personal ads or advertisement. I mean mispresentation, but should not use excuses or solicitation of support. You should be wiser, be professional, so that the school can help you. Section 5. Every teacher shall use the teaching profession in a manner that makes it a dignified means for earning a decent living. Yes, exactly. Because this is the work or job of a teacher. We need to do this, or you need to do this to income, to earn, and to live without hustle. So if you love your work with feelings and you put it with all of your heart, all of you suffer from tired, stress, and you think that this is for your family, all of this will be gone because teaching is dignified. Love your work. Love all your work. C. Article 10, the teacher and business. Introduction. While the salaries of teachers in the Philippines are still lower compared to other Asian member states, teachers' salaries considerably increased after EDSA 1. But despite the significant salary increases, teachers tend to overborrow or engage in business to take out income. This part of lesson 4 is focused on the teacher and his or her involvement in business.
Article 10, the teacher and business. Section 1. A teacher has a right to engage directly or indirectly in legitimate income generation, provided that it does not relate to or adversely affect his work. For example, teachers thinks about her career and considering a job at nighttime. Since she doesn't have a work at night, she decided to have another work, but before that, she have to ask permission to her principal. But just be careful that it won't allow your job as a teacher or it won't be a hindrance to your teaching job. In a Code of Ethics, Article 10, Section 1, teachers can do another job and have income unless it will not going to affect to their teaching job. Section 2. A teacher shall maintain a good reputation with respect to financial matters such as in the settlement of his just debts, loans, and other financial affairs. For example, the teacher has two choices. On the right side, he has a bill that needs to settle at the end of the month. On the other hand, he has a catalog of new phone which he was waiting for. So, the teacher should be thinking which one should be paid first. Thinking about what if after making a decision. What if he buys the new phone first? He might have his wished phone. However, since he did not pay his bill on time, his debts will grow with the interest. But if he pays his bills first, he might lose his chance to have a new phone in a period of time. Instead, he will be free from the debts he has. Interest won't grow higher either. Also, according to the Section 2, the teacher shall maintain a good image as a teacher and as a good role model. Section 3. No teacher shall act directly or indirectly as agent of or be financially interested in any commercial venture which furnish textbooks and other school commodities in the purchase and disposal of which he can exercise official influence, except only when his arrangement inherently related to such purchase and disposal, provided that such shall be accordance with existing regulations. So in Section 3, teachers must not use the class in a marketing space. Do not let your students to buy things that are not related to the topic or studies. If the teacher forces or let to buy this thing, the students and the parents will feel uncomfortable due to the marketing of the teacher, and it could lead the class or the school to the court.